Still asleep?
Healing is hard work. He needs it.
I meant you. The last time I checked on you, you were sitting bolt upright, just like this, unconscious. How do you do that? Wouldn't you just rather lie down?
Well, his breathing is a good sound. As long as I can hear it, I can rest.
Hey, hello, sleepyhead.
Nicholas. It's just after 8 o'clock in the evening. Nurse's shift changed at 7. The departing nurse felt obliged to explain your IVs to me. You would have been amused. It's been raining all afternoon. Now it's snowing. They say the roads are very dangerous. What? What is it? All right. Go. Okay.
Sarah. Yes, Sarah's been here every day. She was even here when you were sleeping, and then your visitors were restricted, and...
Good evening. Are you ready for your calisthenics?
Bobbie, Nicholas was wondering why his visitor list has been restricted.
Oh, well, I don't know. Don't look at me. Someone must have thought a family-only rule was necessary.
Nicholas, your recovery comes first.
Well, don't worry about it. You won't be here long enough to mind. We're all insisting off this ventilator so we can get you home, so we can clear up that traffic jam of visiting non-visitors out in the hall. Did anyone bother to mention Sarah Weber's out there?
Now? Would you like me to go say hello to her and tell her how you're doing? Do you want to write her a little note? Okay. Well, I'll be right back then.
Excuse me. Stefan, could I have a word with you for a minute?
I'll be back. Yes.
Do you have a problem with the care I'm giving your nephew?
Not at all. A problem with your presence, yes. A problem with the fact that your brother and his criminal associate are responsible for Nicholas being here.
For his being alive, you mean?
After he was cut down by gunfire meant for Morgan.
If I bring in another pad and pen, would you mind not speaking to?
Has Laura been told about this?
No, she hasn't, but I think she should have been.
No. That's the last thing he needs. Her swinging through the door, hands trembling, tears streaming. I won't have it.
Well, then why don't you take it up with her husband? Maybe you two will find you actually, finally, agree on something.
Do you have any idea when they might allow visitors, I mean, other visitors? I have to admit that I'm really not sure. But is there something that you want me to tell him for you? Yeah, could you tell him that I miss him? And, that I hope he's okay? And, that I'm really sorry. Sorry for being the reason that he was at Luke's. I invited him. Nobody blames you, Sarah. Mr. Castine does.
Is a wonder. You may have a bad attitude, but who can tell? Which makes you a mild patient. Oh, okay. Am I being a pain in the neck? Excuse the expression. Well, I predict you'll not only live until morning, but you'll be calling me names by the end of the week. Good night. Oops, I forgot to poison him. guess you've been watching me like a hawk for nothing.
Don't you wonder why I haven't had you replaced, Barbara?
I would assume it's because I'm a darn good ICU nurse.
I wouldn't know. You may well be, apart from the occasional drug theft. But for some unknown reason, Nicholas responds well to you. And then, of course, I know you're aware, if his recovery isn't complete, things will not go well for your brother or his friend, Mr. Morgan.
You know, blaming Luke for what happened to Nicholas is absolutely ridiculous, even for you. And I would just love to see you take this up with Jason Morgan. Do you want his address?
I don't need his address.